Today, I analysed House on the Outlands. This may be one of the greatest indie animation cartoons I've ever seen. Hope you guys enjoy. Hello, here we are. What else is there to say? Let's go.
Deep in the furthest borders of the Outlands.
Jesus, give me a minute. Let's stop right there. Let's rewind a little bit. So here we have the House on the Outlands, you know, the name and the title. Literally, the first 0 seconds in, we've already got the main focus of the entire show, and it's the House on the Outlands, and that is a house, and they are some Outlands. Therefore, well done to the animation team and the writers, and you know what, the team is great, but the fact that they already show us what it is that we're looking for, what it's about, in the first 0 seconds, it's severely unimportant and definitely isn't noticed by the average viewer, but I noticed it, and I like it. So congratulations, that is quite cool.
In the furthest borders of the Outlands.
And then we go in, sick transition, monkeys, tentacles, more monkeys, rickety stairs that wind up to a dark, eerie, purplish hallway. And purple is usually a color that connotates towards villains and evil. So that's already some symbolism here. We're literally only 3 seconds in out of 6 minutes and 40. That is some cool stuff. But you know what I'm like? I'm Mr. Positive. Therefore, I am going to compliment everything that pops up because I'm so grateful for it. Indie animation is on the up and up right now. Also, this thing, he's pretty cool. I thought that was candy corn for a minute, and then I realized they are just yellow teeth. That is disgusting, but damn me if it isn't cool.
A house of an unspeakable horror.
Unspeakable horror? What could it possibly be?
A little girl.
No, the worst of them all. So if you think about it, this intro isn't just introducing us to the characters, but also their backstories. Because we can see here that Harmony has purple lilac-ish hair and quite a bright outfit going on before she's been taken over by these demon shadow things. And also the fact that it's in the same mirror that symbolizes the underworld, or it's like the portal towards that hellish area. It's a bit of backstory. I'm not a theorist, but it basically just shows us here what happens. So there's not much theorizing to go on from me, though I'm sure some other creators out there have wild ideas as to what happened here, the nitty gritty, but obviously that's not my job. My theories are crap, trust me.
But in times like these, only...
Now that scene went fast, so if you don't understand it, I'll kind of break it down a little bit. So the new Harmony, after being taken over by those shadow things, breaks through this cracked wall thing. Perhaps it's actually symbolizing the light that breaks through the darkness, that being Harmony, because she breaks through from the light, which shatters the darkness, and she flies out. As you can see there in that very quick couple of frames, smashes through, big bright light, but it's a greenish light, which the tint there symbolizes a bit of evil. If you think of the Joker, he's very green. Poison gas is shown to be very green in media, so that could also be symbolic of the infectious sort of disease that she has, which is being infected by the shadows. That's something that I never picked up on when I first saw this. That's why it's so good to break these things down. You learn things that you never would have learned if you hadn't broke it down previously.
These only evil can defeat another kind of evil.
Now, I don't know what that evil guy with the hands is, but I'm pretty sure it's just Shafagua in a different version, maybe. Who or what is that being? Because it doesn't look anything like Shafagua in any way, so I don't understand who it could be, but maybe this is a god or a demonic-like presence, since as you can see, there's an orb here that looks like a soul, because we see Harmony's soul being taken out later in the series. This looks like an orb that would have a soul inside. Inside the orb is Harmony, so this thing is controlling her. Maybe that's the thing that owns her powers. Her powers are meant to fight back against this person who owns their powers, who owns them, gave them that power maybe for a reason. I mean, I'm not a theorist, so I don't know what I'm saying, but the fact that this character looks so different to any villain that we've seen so far, and also the fact that they're holding Harmony in their hands, it could just be some clever filmmaking and a way to transition to the next scene, though I personally think there's something more to this, something deeper, underlying, and also the way that it glows blue as well. That's some symbolism-ish stuff going on with the colors there.
Of evil, aided by her werewolf.
I love Virgil. He's a bear wolf. Get it? Because bear and what, like werewolf? Yeah, okay. And comes out on the full moon and all. That's a super cool character design idea because everyone just thinks it's a stuffed doll and Harmony's going crazy, which she is going crazy. We're going to be honest about that. She's going a bit bananas with all these powers that supposedly no one knows about since her mum never seems to notice. Therefore, the fact that they show this big beast as this cute little teddy bear that does nothing and says nothing, it could show some parallels between Harmony and the way she thinks and uses her imagination to emphasize things, which, though it does seem that these powers are real and people just don't seem to notice, we also can't ignore the fact that she is just a kid at the end of the day. Therefore, she will imagine things. So don't get too carried away by believing that everything in the show is canon, but I am going to take it today as if the things that are seen in the visuals are happening in that moment, unless proven otherwise by the show itself.
Harmony must fight the mad forces of Shafagua.
Look at how cool this scene is, and we've not even seen this headless guy yet. Therefore, season 2 is coming. I'll get to him later, and I'll get to her later. But just this scene in general is the best part of the intro. Obviously, that's pretty much a given. But the tentacles as well. What are the tentacles for? There must be something behind that. Black tentacles. It's a quite unique design choice. Why tentacles out of anything? You could have something similar to what Alistair has in Has Been, where it's just black tentacles without the texturing and all of this stuff on. And though that might be a stylistic choice, I do think that there's a reason why they made it look so squiddish or krakenish. There must be some symbolism going on with Shafagua here, because obviously she controls them. Interesting stuff.
And save her house on the Outlands.
Also, the voice actor, whoever this guy is, he is so cool. He's just good at that voice. I hope that his job is simply just doing that voice, because people could pay him millions to make that voice, because it's so crisp and deep and fits the world of the show so well. It caught me off guard when I first started watching it, but then when I realized what the show was, but the more I delved into the show and watched more episodes, the more the intro commentary made sense. The world itself is sort of dark and gritty, and though it is a cartoon, there's still undertones there, like there is in many indie animation, that imply dark tones. Okay, episode 1. We already settled that scene as well with the dark, rain, and the lightning. Just that outward shot sets the scene so perfectly well.
Mom? Grandma's china?
Oh no! We also get introduced to the characters for the first time here, so Harmony and her mother, which we don't know the name of, and the grandmother, which symbolizes here, or insinuates to, something that has gone on. And maybe the fact that it cracks specifically in this area might symbolize something. Maybe that part of the glass smashing gives way for the grandma's picture to speak through her mouth and through the picture in an incredibly weird and powerful ghostly sequence. I don't know, I just like the way that they've done this, and they've opened up questions alluding to season 2 that they can then expand on and possibly solve.
How could you? But Mom, I didn't do this. I was Harmony.
So we see that the mother is quite aggressive. Not that it's a bad thing, you need to punish your kids and stuff, but to see the mother so broken that she can't cry, she can't show that much emotion, all she can do is deadpan, look into the eyes of her daughter and say, Harmony. And she already knows, she doesn't have to say anything, she just walks out and Harmony knows to get to work, start cleaning. There is a sense that something is afoot behind the scenes that's slowly building up over time to do with the mother. And to think that in some of the later episodes, I don't remember which one, the house is trashed again, even worse than this time, and Harmony's mother just shouts and then walks off and she gets to work cleaning again. There's something that's occurred with Harmony's mother that's made her so unable to process her emotions properly. Therefore, she either lashes out or has no emotion. The emotion of being fed up. There's something here that's brewing that needs to be expanded on. Though I think the way that they're doing it so far is done well. In season 1, it's just underlining behind the scenes, which is what it should be, really. Since I personally think that it should be a big thing that people don't really think about, and then when it pops up later on, it's like, whoa, surprise, shocker. And then you call back to the first episode and think, yeah, that's right, since the first episode, Harmony's mother has acted like this, and here's why now, but I never noticed. That's crazy. Not only is it that, it's also great storytelling, so I hope that they do something similar. Well, they don't have to. Whichever way they think suits them best. There's probably a way better idea out there that presents this story in a more cohesive manner, though that's my idea. Do with it what you will. Whoa, monkeys attacking everything. What is going on? Oh, and the eyes. I didn't notice that. I really like the way the backgrounds are drawn in this show. They're just so unbelievably detailed. Like this thing here, all the way to the back with the plates, all of it. So unbelievably detailed. And then the toaster in the sink, that is a recipe for disaster. Scissors through the cupboard and a knife. Okay, that's also unsafe. Anyway. There we go. Powers are on. 51 seconds into this season, and the powers are showing. Harmony isn't messing around anymore, guys. Prepare yourselves. It's about to get real bad. I really like how the epic fight music is muffled. So are the blasts of energy and the screams of the wailing monkeys. All put together really well. Dude, look at this. All out war. Oh, and then this clock shows up. Like, what is this thing? Out of nowhere. Okay, there's a clock now. That's just perfect, you know? I was waiting for it. This develops on what we've already seen in the trailer, which is magical power, demonic creatures. So this makes the viewer think, I saw it yesterday, therefore my reaction is quite clear in my mind. What is going on? There's just an overwhelming sensation of W, T, and F, all three merged together. That's what I was feeling at that moment. And I'm sure many other viewers were thinking at the same time. You know what? The weird thing is, I watched this episode on the solstice, solstice. And this series revolves around a solstice. Maybe it's just a coincidence, I don't know. I mean, the episode came out on the solstice, right? The last one? Dude, I don't know. I just found this show and I'm already loving it. And then I'm thinking, why are they going through the clock? What is inside there? Please develop on this. I need to know. And the show goes, all right, we'll give it to you. Just wait a minute. Come on, Cryptid. Just give it a bit longer, man. Boom, kicking the butt. And smash, and then demonic harmony. Dude, I just realized that phrase demonic harmony, despite the fact that it's her name, sounds badass. That sounds like a phrase you'd use to describe an oddly serene atmosphere with evil intent. Demonic harmony. Someone should use that. And then she stopped by a moment and the powers are just gone. And I still don't know by this point, after watching the entire season, does her mother know she has powers? I don't know. Like, is this all in her head? I don't think it is, because the physical mess happened. And I know she's a kid, but no one can make that much mess in that short amount of time. So I'm guessing the powers are real, and she did just banish some monkeys that were eating up the kitchen. I don't know, but the evil came through then. That's something that I noticed. Pretty insane. Though I feel like the evil side of Harmony will be brought up later on. Maybe in season 2. Actually, quite possibly in season 2, so we'll just have to wait for that. Oh no. See, completely deadpan, absolutely nothing. There was a Harmony when she walked up, and then just I'm fed up again. And Harmony's laughing like, come on dude, get a grip.
Lovely day for a picnic, isn't it, Verge?
Now we're in episode 2, and we see more of the Outlands. It seems as if it's just a giant graveyard, maybe a battlefield from some point in time. We don't really know. We can theorize. I mean, I can't. I'm terrible. But some people, more educated people, could theorize about what has happened that made the Outlands the place that it is. This dead, grey atmosphere. But the fact that Harmony is able to find joy in it is really admirable. Something that I said in a Has Been Hotel video. She seems to be quite optimistic on her living situation and doesn't take it as a bad thing all the time, as a horrible, horrid situation. She's trying to see the good in it. And the contrast between Virgil, the blanket, and the picnic, and the entire rest of the world around them is symbolic of the fact that these two, well, when Harmony shows up, these two are the light in the darkness. That seems to be a theme in indie animation. I'm really liking it. A lot of optimistic light in the darkness going on.
Virgil!
Nice picnic spot.
And then this guy shows up. And honestly, when I first saw him, I was like, nice voice. Who's his voice actor? Nice, cool ass voice. But also, what the hell are you doing in the Outlands? There seems to be no one else here. And look at this. I think there are all tombstones on the back there as well. These are mounds of graves. That's what leads me to think that the Outlands was a massive battleground at some point. A battle, multiple battles, a war has occurred here at some point. And here are all the souls in their resting place. But there's also a possibility that this could have been maybe a town. There was a town that went bust. Maybe it burned down and all of the bodies from the town were buried here. Because if you think about it, this kid obviously works for Chafagua, but he has a 90s look to him. He's very abstract and has the crazy hair. So maybe this kid is a lost soul. Perhaps the reason there's so many demons and monsters and in every episode there's a different villain is because this graveyard is filled with souls at peace, resting, and souls who are lost and wandering. And the souls that are in that situation are picked up, dragged, and chained by Chafagua and commanded to do her bidding. That's why all the rats look the same, because Chafagua took the souls and manifested them into a big army of rats and sent them at the house. We obviously know she definitely has an overarching presence in this series and does more than we think. But all the way down to the atmosphere and the world itself isn't something you'd usually think about. But the more that I think about this theory, the more that it might make sense. So you guys are all free to make your own assumptions in the comments. I'd love to see them.
Freaks!
You little rat! You're gonna get it!
Well, now you've just run into a trap, isn't that great? Also, these guys, they look like zombies, undead. They are undead people. Lost souls, just saying, manifested into these brutes. Maybe they were grown men and the rats were children. That is demonic and scary, horrible stuff. But could I be wrong? Yes. Could I be right? Also, yes. You can't rule out anything here.
Greetings, Harmony. Sathagwa has entrusted me to...
This guy. This guy. He is so unbelievably cool. My jaw dropped when he transformed. He is so cool. My favorite character by far, 100%. No denying that. Just look at the way that he shows, like, how he transformed. Dude, he's so good.
Harmony? Sathagwa has entrusted me to collect your immortal soul.
And then there is the reveal. What do they want this whole time? Obviously, we've only seen one episode, but seemingly to Harmony, this has been happening for a long time because she has these powers and she had to fight them off and she knows how to fight in a way. So she's also been wondering. And then it's revealed to her that they want her immortal soul. They want to take her soul for themselves. And whatever this boy's name is, I want to know his name because then I can quote him whenever I feel like it. He probably has a super cool name though, doesn't he? Probably has something insanely cool. If you know the name, please tell me. I need to know.
Nothing personal.
And there you see a soul being taken away. That then confirms it. This is a demonic ass show. And they will not hesitate to tap into some demonic religious interpretations. Great stuff, as I've been saying this entire time. And then you see there, he's about to transform, but is this a coincidence? Or did the act of the soul being taken from Harmony summon this full moon? Is that the change in the world that occurs as soon as something like this happens? Well, we may never know, but we can theorize. Boom! Completely out. Vigil the werewolf, welcome aboard. Yeah! And apparently she could break out of those chains this entire time. Whatever you say, dude. For a split second there, we see his powers. He's got some pinkish velvet powers. And I just really like his character, dude. I'm gonna be honest. He's really cool. Oh, no. Not the bats. We see him presented as sort of a jester. I don't want to say a jester, but the bat definitely looks like a jester. And he's taken away by that crow. But then I think, is that crow just Shavagwa? Just another servant of Shavagwa picking him up? Or is it an actual bird? You can never be too sure around these parts. They can camouflage a lot of things. As shown in that exact scene. He disguises himself as a bat. Maybe he's a bat who disguises himself as a human. Or a demon. I don't think it's that way around. Anyway. Aww. He's back.
Oh, Virgie.
Yeah, Virgie, you freaking cool guy. You gotta love him, though. Like, he is lovable. A bit crazy on the full moon. But he's honestly a character that I'd love to know more about. There's a lot of characters. Every character I'd love to know more about. But Virgil and that guy, definitely that. That would be the top thing on my list, those two. Because they're just insanely interesting side characters. You know? I'd love to know how Virgil came around. Or the backstory behind that guy.
The best pal a girl can ask for.
Boom, we're on episode 3. I did chop these all together, to be fair, so I can't complain it's that quick. Though now, we're in winter. It's Christmas, apparently, or maybe it's just winter. Either or, the house is looking quite dapper, and the fact they have no neighbors might insinuate something there. Maybe this house was owned by an evil dictator guy, and he burnt down the town, and only his house remained. Therefore, when he passed away, and they moved into his house, all the demons that used to haunt him, and maybe he got killed by demons or something, they all came back to haunt the residents of this house, no matter who it was. There's also the fact that if you consider what I said about the mother, and that she might have something underlying going on, maybe the grandmother died or something and they lost money, combined with the fact that this house is not only haunted but in the middle of nowhere, and though so big, it must have been quite cheap, seeing as when you're in a point of grieving and maybe you're losing money, you don't have much to spend on a house, so they might be renting this house, or they might have even bought it outright because it was on for so little. The house is grand itself, but it's so rickety old, and the location is horrible, and the fact that it's haunted doesn't help. Maybe there's a story behind why this house was chosen. Because I personally think that the mother is low on money after the grandmother passed away and she's in grievance. Therefore, she could only afford this, and that's why there's no neighbors and Harmony has to come up with her own ways of fun. Because she has no friends, all thanks to the fact that she moved. And to see that the mother isn't happy and there's something going on further cements my theory in that this house was a last resort. Because who would want to live here? An introvert? They don't seem like introverts to me. But hey, who does?
Where are those cookie cutters? I've never seen this before.
Whoa!
Check it out!
Now, we all know by this point that there's some crazy stuff going on in this house. Therefore, to be presented with an evil, goopy-looking girl coming out of chest with a Kraken theme and a glowing purple eye, it's not unusual, is it? Though the Kraken theme does show up again, which is like, why? Why so Kraken-themed, octopus-themed? What is going on? And why does that eye on the chest look like it has 4 legs, plus the 2 big ones on the side? I don't know. Maybe that's nothing, insignificant. When I thought about it, I sure did. Anyway.
Oh, it kind of looks like...
Oh, and then we're immediately gone. Now there's a doppelganger. And I think, personally, this is more than meets the eye. Here we are. Oh, no, I said it. Oh. Transformers. My theory on this, which I should stop giving, it's an analysis anyway. My analysis always includes a little bit of theorizing. My hypothesis is that dear Harmony has been... Okay, I'm stopped. That this evil version of Harmony is actually how her mother sees her. This version of Harmony represents how her mother is viewing her own daughter. There's so much going on in her life right now that she just sees her daughter as a pest. Nothing more, nothing less, because all that's happening in all of these episodes is Harmony gets mad, does something evil for the greater good, but ends up trashing the entire place. And her mother, not realizing what they were just saved from, punishes her and views her in a bad light because she's not aware of all the underlying things going on. Apart from obviously her own problems, which she may not even be aware of herself, because not many people are. Anyway, that's a completely different conversation. This video is already long enough. But I do think... Why am I laughing? I do think that there's some correlations going on here. Something is happening. This has to represent something, I think. Though, obviously, theories are just theories. We can only speculate, and that's what I'm doing.
Virgil, help! Let me out!
No, Virgil. He's dead.
Oh, Harmony.
Oh, so disabled. He's been hung against a peg. Look at the doppelganger's face. As evil as she is, she's quite funny. Just like, what? What do you want? I'm trying to kill you.
Can you take that batch of cookies out of the oven?
How about no? Now, I don't think there's any symbolisms or thing to analyze there. There is literally just a doppelganger trying to kill the mother. But then again, why are they trying to kill the mother? Just saying. Is it to harm Harmony? Harmony? So that it beats her down because the loss of a mother would put her in such a situation where she would make any deal that she could. Which I don't think there's deals with the devil in this series, but it would make her very open and vulnerable to losing her powers and her soul. So maybe that's the objective. The Virgil here coming in clutch. Knows what he's doing. Does a little Indiana Jones, and then here we are. She's out and ready to fight again, just like she always is. Oh, you bet. You think you're doing it? Boom. And I also, this scene is hilarious. I laughed the first time I saw this, and I was on my own. You don't normally laugh when you're on your own, but for me, it's very common. Whoever wrote this scene did a really great job, since I'd just expect another epic action scene, which I would have loved, but to see it break the flow of the show, and break that chain that's been holding the expectations back this whole time since the first 2 episodes, is really great direction, in my opinion. Yeah, get out of here! Burn! Burn! That's some sadistic stuff. Though, the lack of gore and the way that it's shown when it is present is a great break from the norm of what we see in indie animation. Because a lot of the time, there's either a lot of gore, some gore, but it's very graphic when it shows up both times, or there's no gore, like Digital Circus, there's barely any. It's just sort of cartoon violence. But when you see actual gore in a show, and it's done so in such a cartoonish manner, but still hits just as hard, it really separates that cartoon and its style from everything else that it's quote-unquote competing with. That's why I really enjoy the art style of this show in particular.
They're a little rough and ready.
And another thing that I really enjoy about this is that the mother is just a normal person. And though we see some crazy powers in episode 6, it is all just in her mind. Therefore, from what we've seen so far, I'm led to think that the mother is just a normal person. And that's also a huge break from indie animation's sort of criteria, expectations. Having one of the main side characters just be a normal person, no powers, no combat potential, just pure joy, just pure obliviousness and mortality is all it takes for the show to stand out.
But tell me what you think.
Another thing that I've noticed, also ew, is the yin and yang on Harmony's sweater. The yin and yang is 2 complementary forces merging together. The yin yang represents 2 complementary forces that attribute to everything that exists. This is quite fitting for Harmony, since she has 2 sides to her personality that make up her personality. She has the light side and the dark side. The light side is the innocent side, and the dark side's her powers and all of that stuff. And I'm not saying that the dark part of her personality is bad, since from what I've heard, the yin yang represents something that's all great and all powerful, purity and light. Great things, positive things. What I'm really saying is that there's 2 things that merge together to create harmony. It just so happens that one of those sides was created by a being of darkness, which is why I represent it as the dark part of the yin-yang. But the fact that that power can be used for good is what cements it as the yin-yang, since the bad part and the good part aren't actually bad and good. They're both good because they're both used for good. Just like that symbol says. Purity, heaven, life. There's 2 parts that make up life, and it all seems to be good. Negativity doesn't make up life. Only the good does. Negativity is just an add-on. It's the DLC that no one asked for. Therefore, I think the way this is insinuating that those 2 parts of a personality are both good when used properly, and they create a personality altogether, the 2 factors, is a great way to show the character's emotions and their actions towards life and the way that they view life mentally in a simple symbol. Great stuff. Episode 5.
Hi, Miss Watson. I'm Zola. I'm a school friend of Harmony.
And this is what makes me believe that that's complete bullcrap. I don't believe this one bit. I think this is a human disguised as a girl attempting to be alive again, but you can't. Rip, tough luck. That's so mean of me to say, but I'm thinking that this here is an illusion. That this demonic creature is disguising as a human and using some illusionary powers to make Harmony's mother view the demon as a girl and the dull atmosphere as a bright day. So no, I don't think they're disguising as a human. I think it's just an illusion that makes them look like a human when they're actually just demons. And it's not a nice day, it's just an illusionary nice day because since the atmosphere and the light reflects off of the character, making them seem more innocent and welcoming. That's how psychology works.
Harmony!
Look at the face on that demonic creature. I'm being so mean, but I have a theory, a game theory, a film theory. I have a food theory actually for this one. And that's what it is. You sick frick, if you know what I mean.
Your friend is here?
There we go, yeah, absolutely. Didn't even need to take your uniform off. Just disable the illusion, you filthy demon. Anyway, here's some more undertones. Look at that, she's pouring wine into a mug. That's not tea. Wine is a coping mechanism. Something's happened, something's occurred. And look at the way she's looking at it. She's fed up. That smile ain't real.
With this ritual, I banish this demon back into the void.
Oh no. Oh yes, wait, I forgot this happened. What am I doing? See, and it summons all these demonic monsters. And why do they look like pigs? I think a town burned down, and these are the lost souls of the pigs that burned in the blaze. And pigs are stupid, therefore, their souls are the easiest thing to manipulate. But that's just a theory. A fool!
What have you done? Me?
Yeah, stupid. Also, when she looks out the window, that girl, she looks out the window and looks concerned. I think that's another illusion. I think she's looking out the window, she's smiling, going, yes, I did it. You know, like a demonic, evil smile, because it's an illusion.
That came from the front door!
Whoa, the pigs are here. Okay. And also to see that their blood is brown, or whatever it is, leads back to episode 2, where that demonic kid threw that brown stuff at Harmony and Virgil, though it could have been poop. I don't think it is. It's the blood of demons.
The book! Use the book!
Another thing though, you see the blood of that doppelganger demon before, it was green, so maybe that symbolizes something again about what kind of demonic entity they are. Oh no! Oh, okay. And now the illusion's completely made no sense. I'm pretty sure she may have expected, I don't know, maybe it's an illusion, the whole thing's an illusion. Maybe they're actually fist bumping, and the illusion makes it think that she's in trouble, but she's actually not, she's just fist bumping the demonic pig. Or maybe she expected the pigs to be on her side because she's a demon, but because of the illusion, it tricked the pigs and made them think that she was a human. And, well, anyway, he's dead now. Clayface-ass demon now. Yes! That's what I'm saying. I think that's really cool as well, the way that they fade out of existence. Cool stuff. Loving it.
Oh, you girls are so cute.
It's as if nothing happened. Also, the mother is approving of satanic rituals. More symbolism.
Mom, isn't this
Now it's time for episode 5. Getting serious.
a bit much?
Well, we do have a rat problem.
I think so. There's very much a rat problem. There's also a monkey problem, a pig problem, and a demon problem. And they're all demons anyway, so there is a big demon problem.
Whoa.
The mirror from the intro. She got caught in that mirror and got her powers, right? Maybe that is, maybe that isn't. I don't know. But mirrors are portals. Never seen that one before, but it is a cool idea since where the portal leads to is completely different to anything we've ever thought of in media before. That's what makes the mirror portal thing valid in this situation. Come here. Oh, it's so cool. Oh my goodness. What is this also? Is this Chafagua? I don't think so. This looks like something much more serious to me.
Let me out of here!
You can't leave without my powers.
The rat. It's the literal rat king. But this realm in general opens up so many different theories. Like, what is this place? Why is it made out of the shards that make up a mirror? Do those shards symbolize glass? Or are they made out of something else completely unrelated? We don't know. But then again, look, they're mirrors. And when Harmony shoots her powers at them, they reflect. So maybe they do represent the mirror. Maybe the mirror was the demon all along. Anyway.
I'm catching a ride home.
Real. And there's reflective stuff. What is this place? Why is it so cool and why are the cracks everywhere? It's literally a shattered mirror. The entire world is just a mirror. Shards, cracks, everything. Though I don't have a good enough theory, so I'm gonna skip this bit.
Over here!
Assimilation is painless.
Who's speaking though? Because that doesn't sound like Chathagua. It sounds like something much, much bigger.
You wish.
Yes! Now, I don't think one character apart from the doppelganger has died yet. Therefore, these characters are about to get a lot stronger in season 2. They will adapt. I'm sure they will. And I hope that we see longer fight scenes as well, because the fight scenes in this show are epic. But one thing I can say is that the show is short, but the animation quality and everything is completely on par with large mainstream animation today, which doesn't say much. Therefore, I'll compare it to large indie animation today, which does say a lot, because that stuff takes a lot of time and effort, and I can appreciate this show for what it is. Great.
Now take me home.
I'd rather die!
I love the voice of the rat. Like, who voices these characters? And what are the names? We need names for the rats, that boy, that guy with no head, this big eye thing, but the tentacles are there. Tentacles are in the back. Shards again. An ocean that looks purple. The purple theme is very prominent in this show, and the purple boots as well. Have they always been there? They probably have. One thing I can say about the show is that I really like the outlines, like the black outlines on this stuff, but then on the black, it's red outline to show the character's personality, and then the blue down here on the other black. The color of the outline is extremely important in animation, and a lot of animations don't utilize it enough. It can be extremely powerful as a visual thing. That's why the art style of this show hooks me in so much, because of how appealing it is to the eye, and the different things you can insinuate between the colors. And how does she know that would take her there? I don't know, but it's cool, isn't it? It was very cool. Though why was the rat scared to go into the eye? If it's working for the eye, if it's meant to send them back to the realm, and it's supposed to be this mischievous little demonic rascal, why is it so scared of meeting its boss? There is a lot going on with that eye. I'm telling you now, there's a lot going on. See you later, buddy. And smash. Though I don't think anything happened to the realm inside, since it was already smashed, and it insinuated to the fact that this was eventually gonna smash itself. The world inside the mirror determines the fate of the mirror. And the fate of the mirror, in every single mirror, is that it'll eventually, no matter what happens, if you wait for eternity, in the most safe location ever, it will eventually smash. There's always matter of circumstance.
Oh. Surprise!
Okay, we're on episode 6. Yep, we're here. Happy birthday, Harmony. This is a dream, though, I think.
Happy birthday, Harmony!
Oh no, she's gone. And why is she steaming? I know this is a dream sequence, but this is very specific. Is that a fingerprint? I don't know. This itself seems odd to me. I don't know why. The way that it's built out rubs me the wrong way.
Harmony?
Okay.
Am I dreaming?
Here we are. This guy's back, and the rat. So the rat did not die. So smashing the mirror did absolutely nothing. But also, is it a dream? Okay, I'm just gonna take it as if it's not, and then at the end, I'll determine my final verdict.
The Elder Solstice.
The Elder Solstice. And there she's been drained of all her power into this solstice thingamabob, and Harmony reverts back to who she once was previously. Here she is. Why did it come out of the yin and yang? Why did it do that? Symbolism again. That part of her personality has been ripped from her. Her power is gone. The yin and the yang. And look, her shirt no longer has a yin and yang anymore. It has a different symbol, which I don't know what it is. Maybe it is something symbolic or historical. But there's a symbol there, and it doesn't seem to have two sides. It seems to just have one definite thing going on. Like an eye-ish thing. A tentacle, even. The shirt looks like it's got a tentacle on it. And we know he loves tentacles. Here she is.
Harmony.
Oh!
Last.
Oh, it's so good. And I just can't get over the fact that they got rid of the yin and yang specifically to add that in. Oh, it's good as hell stuff. Super cool. But now we meet the big bad of the series, I think. Though that giant eye says otherwise. It's Chathagua, everybody.
Your soul, your memories.
Your soul. And here we see Harmony's soul being ripped out. The entirety of it. The whole soul. Because I don't know, maybe Chathagua wants to influence Harmony to join her side. Her cause. And cause chaos. Though we can't be too certain. There's always a possibility of something otherwise. A different motive behind this, maybe. I don't know.
Belong to me now.
Mom! Harmony?
It's like she can hear it. And then this is super weird. I don't understand this, but we can determine, we can determine some stuff, I think. I think we can theorize about this.
Where are you? Mom, down here!
Oh, it's going down.
Get your hands off my daughter!
Oh, big demon. Oh, light. Oh, no. Little Jester Man down here, dude. I'm gonna call him Jester Man. He needs a name. Rat guy. Rat guy. Completely wiped from existence. Or so we thought, because we know the actual answer now.
Mom? Mom, wake up!
It was a dream. It was a dream sequence. Though that does still show some foreshadowing. The way that that's shown and the knowledge that the mother possibly doesn't know about the powers and the way that all this stuff works, probably doesn't even know of Shafagwar's existence. The fact she dreams about that isn't just arbitrary. Something has implemented that into her mind as foreshadowing to an event that will occur later down the line or something similar. That's definitely not the extent of that scene. Everything in that scene has definitely got to be some form of canon. Though the event itself didn't actually happen, the appearance of Shafagwar, the way that the souls work, and the absence of the yin and yang when the soul was taken, the power was taken, definitely shows something.
Harmony! I had a nightmare. Oh, you were missing.
And then we see the emotion from the mother. We haven't seen this entire time. No emotion. Then we see it. In a state of relief, the mother shows emotion. That mask slips. No longer can she hide her emotions. She can't lock them in a box. They just come out immediately as something traumatic happens once again.
And some evil woman had taken you. Oh, Mom. What a horrible dream.
And there's the first season, the amazing, phenomenal House on the Outlands. And I have one final thing to say, and that is, in episode 3, there's the doppelganger, right? When the doppelganger shows up, I said that it represented the mother's view of her own daughter at that point in time, which was an evil, demonic-ish child. Which is horrible to say, but it does make a bit of sense, seeing in retrospect, the context of what she sees from her own eyes, which is just all of the outcomes that come from all the good things, all those negatives that come out of it. That's all that the mother sees, all the stuff that she has to clean up afterwards. I think that doppelganger thing, the way that the chest works or the demon works, is it feeds off of impressions. And the way that people think about a certain person will combine to create their evil version. I personally think that there's more to them than meets the eye. Transformers reference. And I'm hoping to learn about all this stuff, including some of the names of the characters, maybe a bit sooner than this, but in season 2. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Click a video on screen that best suits you. The one on the right is people by YouTube just for you, and the one on the left is my most recent video. I need to stop saying that line so fast. It really muddles stuff up, but I hope you can understand it every single time. And I'll see you guys later. Stay positive. Goodbye.
Sathagwa has entrusted me to collect your immortal soul.